got better things to do.
I got him! Knocked out yours.
Good target!
Watch my six. I'm reloading. Head down! Weapons free.
System malfunctioning. System reactivated.
Threats engaged! I got one right over there!
Serious trauma detected. Shade tech detected.
Contact here.
Rogue striker drone detected.
Got their range!
Rogue incinerator turret detected. System curtailed. Rogue assault turret detected. System restored. System disrupted. System back online.
I got something here. Target's in the hit.
System reactivated.
Like to fuck her up.
Got to reload. Taking it. Enemy is right here. Engaging close. On the flank!
System restored. System malfunctioning. System back online.
Gonna need a bucket! Shit! That's not up! Armor's fucked up! Just wreck this stuff!
That's it.
Support station up and running! I'm making a run! They're right on the line!
What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's video is going to be a follow-up for my solo summit build. A lot of people asked me or said in the comments, can this do legendary in the summit? And that build was designed to go from floor 1 all the way just before legendary. This is going to be for solo players who want to solo through legendary summit. So the legendary floors of the summit. This is going to be a very specific playstyle that you need to incorporate to fully utilize the new Memento backpack. So there are a few things that you have to do before you can actually get this build. It's going to be quite difficult. You need death grips, decent pair. That's the gloves that give you the 511 gloves that give you armor on kill. You need the Memento backpack to get to level 90 of the season. Now the best way to do that is to farm hero control points with all directives, do missions. You just kind of alternate so you don't get too bored. So let's go through this build. First and foremost, let's go over the specialization. So in these legendary missions, you're going to run out of ammo a lot. So that's why it's quite important to have this, because you ammo hoard. You get a couple bullets every minute. Now it's not a lot, but if you need to use a sniper, at least you can still have bullets. I recommend using a good pistol, taking a good pistol with you. It's quite difficult, but you know, to be honest guys, the specialization needs, it's dependent on your kind of playstyle. You can use a shield. If you want to use a shield, I would go for firewall specialization. The armor kit is good over time and it gives you more damage when you want to use your shield. I like this because of the armor kit repairs. It gives me some bonus armor and it's quite useful. And to be honest, the main reason is I get 10% armor on kill. So that plus the death grips is 20% armor on kill. That's all we really need. I don't want to make this an armor on kill build. We need damage, we need armor regen. So make sure you have SMG and assault rifle and whatever secondary you want. Just make sure you have this activated. I'm going to focus on SMG because to collect the Memento trophies, which I will explain how the backpack works just now, you need to actually be close up and to be able to collect them. So there's no point in sniping from range, otherwise you're not going to get the utility of this beautiful backpack. Alright, so we're going to go through this now. It's quite important to note, look at my stats guys, have a look at this. 293k armor on kill, 72,000 armor regen. We have got 60% crit chance, 88% crit damage. Everything is just up where it should be. I feel like this build is a perfect combination of various things that will help us survive and do a decent amount of damage. The base damage of the Lady Death is 95,000. Why is that? Is because I have currently got the Memento stacks up and running for you guys to see the stats, because normally my regen would only be about 39k on this build. So it's very important to keep that in mind, that with the Memento backpack you can have so much utility. It's actually quite scary, and we will be getting bonus armor, but I'll explain all that just now. So the whole point of this build is to rush up, kill the NPC as fast as possible, collect the trophy which will keep you alive, you get more damage, you get armor regen, you get skill efficiency, which is really nice for your pulse. It brings it back quicker for your decoy. I don't use a shield in this build because the shield actually hinders me. I could get more damage and it might save me sometimes, but the decoy is just so good for soloing because it takes the aggro away from you completely, and when the dogs come by, you can just disrupt them and put a few mags into them. It's actually really, really nice. Now let's go over the first part, which is going to be the weapons and how much armor we have. So I've got 1.5 million armor, but it's important to note that we actually have an extra red. So the Memento backpack, a lot of people overlook this, saying, you know, there's no attributes, it's just core attributes. That is unbelievably strong, because in a normal situation, let's say we wanted a red there, we would have weapon damage and we'd only have, let's say for example, 1.3 million armor, but now we've got 1.5 and an extra skill tier. So it's really strong, and we're going to go through how it works probably when we get to the bag, because it's quite complicated. You need to know a few things, and I think there might be a bug with it, but I'll show you how to actually get rid of the bug. So let's go through it. 1.5 million armor. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blues and 1, 2, 3 reds. Yes, exactly, because of the Memento bag. Very, very nice. I feel like this is a good amount of damage. Now, it's quite surprising that you're probably thinking, well, you're a bit tanky, because normally I say 1.1 million to 1.3, but because the Memento gives us 30% weapon damage, and you will have it most of the time because you'll just be running through NPCs. Even on Legendary, it's actually quite scary. Now, if you want to see, I will be using similar builds in my streams on Twitch today, so make sure to follow me on Twitch, guys. I will be on there. Drops are still available. I'm not mistaken. I'm sure they are. So the Lady Death is going to be what I'm using, because of the to be honest, the sprint speed helps the most. You can just get to where you need to go very, very fast, especially if you need to get rid of the consoles where the electrical EMPs. It helps you move around quicker. Damage to armor also helps. Breathe free, we get amplified damage. I don't think it's 75. I think it's actually 60 now in PvE, and I don't even know. I just wish they fixed the UI, but I still get a lot of damage. You can one clip a legendary NPC, a gold one, if you got your stacks up with the Memento back. Now we've got the G36 as the secondary. You can use whatever you want as long as you get your crit chance to 60%. I like to use this because it's for longer ranges. You know, I get a lot of damage in sync. I can use, that's the problem, is in sync. I would normally put on my drone to have in sync procced all the time because I don't have a shield. But if I'm honest, I would probably go for something along the lines of just a normal gun with, for longer ranges, because sometimes you get caught out. Maybe even the Baker's dozen, because in the legendary parts of the summit, you lose ammo and you get given a small amount of ammo. So this actually mitigates that as well, because it makes you hit your shots. So missed shots from cover have a 100% chance to return to the magazine. I'll probably just end up putting this on, but to be fair, like I always use Lady Death, it's only when Ammo Hoarders is on. So let's say, for example, if Ammo Hoarders comes on, I would probably put the Baker's Dozen on, or the M1A CQB with Boomerang. That's a very, very good weapon right now. It just completely depends on how you want to play. Just remember, all my builds are for you guys to work upon and adjust and adapt to suit your playstyles. Don't just copy them. You guys know that by now. Pistol, whatever you want. Now we're going to go over the one piece. Now I wanted to have a decent amount of armor regen for my Memento bag to build upon that. So we have got the one piece Belston Armory, which gives us 1% armor regen. We've got max armor regen with crit chance. I've got ensnare resistance over there because I was just testing something in the firing range. But what you would do is, I wanted to quickly showcase this because I see a lot of people making this mistake. So you need to double check that your crit chance is 60. If your crit chance is 60, what I normally do is I know it is because of this. So what you do now is you take away your crit chance mod, and it's 56.9. Now trust me guys, it's important even if it's at 58 to get it to 60. It's just strange. It's just what the developers do. So just make sure you guys have that. And then what you do is, I would say we want to have more damage, but you might be thinking to yourself, well, sometimes I get shocked, sometimes I need more armor on kill. You can decide what you want to put on here. For this, because I want to have more damage, I'm going to put some critical hit damage, because it'll just help me a lot, especially getting through getting through the NPCs a bit faster, because you want to get them down as fast as possible to pick up the trophies. So there we go, 12% critical hit damage. Now crit damage is all the way up to 100%. Which is beautiful. I think that's pretty good. Plus we'll be getting a lot more utility from the Memento bag. So once you've decided how much crit damage and crit chance you need to get 60, we're going to go through the next piece, which is going to be the Circle of Concern chest. Now I wanted a nice amount of crit damage and SMG damage, that's why I've got the two piece. Hazard protection is not something that I really wanted there. I wanted crit damage, just to get as much damage as possible. Unbreakable because we cannot use intimidate, which would be good, but the memento is just too strong for that. You could probably use intimidate, but you wouldn't have it up all the time in this, especially for solo play. You do get 95% of your armor, and it saved me so many times because you get caught out. So make sure you have unbreakable. Armor regen is great because we still want our armor to come back quite decently well, and the memento just builds upon that. So the holster, we're going to have Sokolov 2-piece, crit damage, crit chance weapon damage, just with the red there. Very nice. Then for the knee pads, because we've got Emperor's Guard, we get another 1% armor regen. With the memento fully stacked, it's about 3% extra. So that's 5% armor regen. That's why you can see I've got such a high value at the moment. Roll armor. Now I wish this was armor regen here. I think you can also get extra armor regen or hazard protection. Hazard protection or crit damage would be nice there, but you know, can't be too choosy. They're a decent pair. Then the gloves, death grips, 511. This gives us a total of 20% armor on kill. You can put more mods on if you want more armor on kill. We've got crit chance rolled there. Very, very nice. Make sure you guys roll armor. You can go for more damage or maybe a bit more tankiness, but to be honest, you want to be able to wreck the NPCs a bit more, but you also want to survive. You need to kind of test it yourself. Depending on how good you are at hitting shots or your movement will depend on how much blues or how much reds you put on this build. Let's move over to one of the most important parts, which is the memento bag. This is what allows us to actually run around legendaries like it's heroic. What happens is kill confirm. When you kill an NPC, it drops a little like house-shaped trophy. Enemies you kill drop it. Collecting trophies provides both a short-term and long-term buff. The long-term buff is what's really important in the long run, but the short-term buff just allows you to be so aggressive. So the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. So we've got 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, 5% skill efficiency. You can kind of work that out, but this is where it gets interesting. For every trophy collected, this is the long-term buff. Gain an additional 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, which is haste, everything like that, skill damage. It's pretty much all of the stats towards skills in one. So that's skill efficiency, and then 0.1% armor regen for 300 seconds, which is about 5 minutes, which is really, really strong. 30 stacks, which will give us 3% armor regen. So this bag is just incredibly strong. As I said before, we get the core attributes, which gives us so much utility as well. But like you saw from the footage, you can just run around and just go crazy. I really do think this is going to be what I'm going to be using to solo summit. So far I've got up to, I think, level 95, because I think I got rushed from the side. It is difficult. You've got to try to play very carefully, because you can get flanked randomly, especially when Fog of War's on. So it's not easy. I wouldn't recommend, if you're a new player trying this, it's going to be a bit difficult. So when you use this, go for Disrupt, Jammer Pulse, and Decoy. Honestly, I really do believe that's very good. Like I said, I'll go through this like I always do, and you guys can pause the video if you want to have a look at the stats in detail. But it's just, I think I've covered everything. There we go. You see, I've lost the trophy now. It lasts for a long time, but as you can see, it's now 39k. So from 70 something k back to 39. So it's a big jump. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you think this build is good enough for you. Are you going to give it a try? I honestly do recommend it. It's very strong. The damage is good. The armor regen is good. Armor on kills good enough. The memento just amplifies all of that, and you can just rush through legendary like it's a piece of cake. So let me know, like I said in the comments, guys. Subscribe, and yeah, seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.